आज की इस वीडियो में आप सबका स्वागत है. Dear friends and all my audiences and listeners, I will be talking to you on the biggest hurdle in the progress or even development of spirituality. Yes, you got it right. The biggest hurdle in the development or the progress of spirituality is your ego. I have already published a big series of videos on ego. Today I'll be talking to you just opposite of it, that is how to develop humility. Ego is one problem, we need to understand that, of course, but at the same time we also need to understand how to address, how to get rid of your false ego and how to develop humility. So we'll talk to you about that. Stay tuned. So how to develop humility? Remember in number of points. Developing the ability to listen and respecting others' opinions and modifying your own opinions accordingly. Being as flexible as possible. This only will allow you to absorb the lessons given by your guru. If you are very hard and fast and arrogantly holding on to your own thoughts, it will be very, very difficult for you to learn anything. The biggest respect for anybody, particularly to your Shiksha Guru or your Diksha Guru, is that you should be very, very simple, सादगी से परिपूर्ण, टॉलरेंट, सहिष्णु. हम एक अलग वीडियो में बात करेंगे कि बतौर एक शिष्य या एज अ स्टूडेंट ऑफ स्पिरिचुअलिटी व्हाट क्वालिटीज यू शुड हैव. वी विल टॉक टू यू अबाउट दैट ऑल्सो. But yes, in today's video, we'll focus specially only on how to develop humility. So, we need to work on our thought process. We need to be very submissive. We need to understand and that we should develop an ability to put a question mark on your own thought process. We need not to become so attached to our own thought process that it becomes very, very difficult to correct oneself. If you want to improve in your life, that's very important that we do not be so rigid in your own approach, right? Considering oneself as insignificant as one can think about. Tranadapi sunichena tarariyu saishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. That is Shashtakam, slok number 3. If you have body consciousness, you will have ego. If you are soul conscious, you will not have ego. Very simple. The humility comes only by training your mind that you are a soul, not this body. Point number 4. Always practice being meek and humble. So this is very, very important that you should not be giving too much of stress to your own thoughts. Don't be so rigid in your thought process that you cannot accept others' thoughts. Developing limitless learning attitude is very important. 5th point. If you want to have a limitless learning attitude, which is called growth attitude, ability to grow, am I getting better than yesterday? Then you have to become humble. The 6th important point to understand is acceptance of and willingness to do services, having a servitude. दासत्व का भाव होना, ठीक है, to all the Vaishnavas, to all the living entities around and to your Guru. The 7th most important point is tolerance. जैसा अभी मैंने आपसे श्लोक कहा था, त्रणादपि सुनिचय त्रयो सहिष्णुना, मतलब एक ट्री, झाड़ की तरह सहिष्णु होना. So tolerate all the temptation or the forces coming from your sense organs. 8th important point is saying that I am humble is an expression that you are not humble. Those who are claiming that I am very humble, they are conveying that they are not humble. So one doesn't want to become famous, but always glorify Krishna and always glorify all the Vaishnavas around you. Do not have any attachment to all the worldly things, to all the name, fame, position, your money. No need to have any kind of attachments to it. Most important point comes is no need to develop any inferiority complex too. Thinking yourself insignificant doesn't mean that you should feel inferior, because inferiority is also kind of ego. So thinking low of oneself may be okay, but thinking inferior to others, that means comparison has come. When you compare with other entities, you will be feeling very egoistic. So getting rid of I, me, myself is very, very fundamental to your spiritual growth. Lord Krishna is creator, Lord Krishna is controller, Lord Krishna is proprietor, and last but not the least, Lord Krishna is enjoyer. So we should always have control on our enjoyment propensities. Thank you very much. All the best. God bless you. Take care.